If you're struggling with weekly emails that are pulling you away from your brand growth, then it's time to streamline your process and get your time back. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you how to plan out your ecom emails for the next 30, 60, or 90 days with a simple method that I like to call the Boulder, Rock, Pebble method. Imagine this with me for a second. No more last minute email planning, no more stressful writing sessions, and no more racing against deadlines to get emails out the door. And no more sacrificing your brand growth just to work on email marketing. With a clear and focused email strategy, what you'll be able to do is pull bigger levers and focus on growing your brand as well as connecting with your audience. So if that sounds like something you're interested in and doing right now, then let's dive in. All right, so now what I'm going to do is jump into the spreadsheets that we're going to be looking at here just as an example. But essentially, we're going through the process of planning the boulders, planning the rocks, planning the pebbles. The boulders are just the big chunks, the big things that you know are happening for the quarter. The rocks are essentially going to be your engaged or bigger segments that you send to, like a Tuesday, Thursday, or like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday send that you do to your list or segments, engaged typically. And then your pebbles are going to be all of your more specific segments that you send to, like a cross sell or they purchased 30 days ago, 30 to 60 days ago, but they haven't purchased in the last 30, things like that. So you have different segments you can pull in. So we're going to start with the boulders. Let's go ahead and jump over to the spreadsheet here. I've gone ahead and done a little bit of pre-work here just so this video is not too long, but it shouldn't take too much time. I've got Q4 here for 2024. And what you'll see here is the boulders here are going to be green. So these are just the big, for sake of example, these are primarily US holidays, US events here at the end of the year. So you got Halloween, you got Veterans Day, you got Black Friday, Cyber Monday, pre and during, Green Monday, free shipping day, Super Saturday, Christmas, New Year, right? So those are the big boulders. Those are the big pieces. You know they're coming up. You know you're doing something for them, or you know you're not doing something. You put those in place just to fill the calendar in that sense, right? So what you'll see here between the green and then your last day to ship for Christmas, which is for our clients between like the 13th and 16th, depending on their shipper for the provider. So you have gaps here, right? All these white space, this is gaps that you can put emails in, okay? So once you have that, you essentially go back. We'll do October here because there's not a whole lot of green. There's one at the end of the month here, but the rest is pretty open. So we'll be able to see that on a more granular. So green is going to be your boulder. Purple is going to be your rock. So this is essentially, let's say your brand is sending 2 a week to your engaged list, last 30, 60, 90, whatever it may be. And then those are your rocks, right? So Tuesday, Thursday, all the way through. You have the sale at the end, and then it continues on with your engaged. The last piece, the third step, is your pebbles. So your pebbles is taking your existing segments and say, let's say every Wednesday you do a cross-sell email, right? And you pick a product. Let's see, Wednesday. Cool. Each Wednesday you do a cross-sell. You pick a product that somebody buys. So if the common example for this is, let's say somebody buys a pair of shorts. Let's say they're athletic shorts. They're for working out, for running, whatever it may be. And your cross-sell would be, let's sell them a tank top or a t-shirt that goes with those shorts. We'll make this one blue. Okay, so that Wednesday email is going to be a cross-sell email to a specific segment for a specific product to tell them, hey, you bought shorts. Here's a shirt that goes well with it. Get a 6-pack, 4-pack, whatever. And you want to make them an offer. So that's one segment, right? That's a pebble you can add in here for every Wednesday. Now, let's look at Friday. So Friday, you could potentially do what you can call maybe a category of product interest. So let's say somebody who has or has not purchased before, but they looked at a specific product. Now, you'll typically have an abandoned browse, like shopping flows, right? Abandoned browse, cart, checkout, etc. So this will be basically within the last 30 days, the customer has looked at X product and they've completed the whatever flow they've completed and they have not purchased. So that'd be your initial filter, and it would be X product, right? So let's say product A, interest, email, and let's say every Friday you do one of these, but you do different products. So Friday, okay. Product B, and these products A, B, C, D, whatever it may be, they can be based on a theme, a topic, an interest. Let's say it's Halloween, it's autumn, fall. You're focusing on that category or set of products for that theme or season. And so you can update these, right? So we'll make these products mentions here. We will make these, let's go red. Okay. So as you can see, as you go, you're filling all this in with pebbles, right? So you've got your boulders, you've got your rocks, and then you've got all your pebbles, okay? Your red, blue, purple here, okay? Now, another segment, one that I like to use a lot is your average order value. So you can segment based on what a customer's average order value is, and you can look at ways to offer them things to get that average order value up when they purchase again. So this one is going to be a little more complex, but it's definitely a fun one. AOV plus is what I typically call it. And essentially what you do is you look at the average order value for these customers, look at what they purchased, and just find a way to make it easier for them to buy more. So this one is typically a sell them more of what they already bought. That's usually how this one works. So if they bought a pair of shorts, sell them a 3-pack for a cheaper individual unit price. Oops, let's see if we can get this to work. It's not going to copy and paste. That's okay. We'll just do that. So let's say they bought a pair of shorts for $40, and you'll sell them a 3-pack for $35 or $30 a piece on the shorts. So they save, a couple dollars if they buy a 3-pack again. So this is selling more of what they already purchased, right? It increases their AOV each time they purchase, and you make this unique offer to them because they purchased a given product. And so you can make this, we'll make this like a gold color. Well, that's too bright. There's various other segments too. We'll fill out Sunday and Monday here. There's a couple more segments. So another one here, maybe a Sunday, Monday, you can do churn risk. So these are people who are like, they're on the verge of being lost as a customer. So this is typically on the other side of this is like a win back, right? But what you can do is instead of this being an automation, you can target specific people that purchase specific products. So ideally what you do is you take your top 3 to 7 bestsellers, and each month you try and get anybody who's purchased those in the last 90, but they haven't purchased again. Let's say they have purchased them in the last, let's say 60 to 120, but they haven't purchased in the last 60. So they purchased a bestseller, 2 to 4 months ago, but they haven't purchased in the last 2 months, last 60 days. You want to potentially give them maybe like a discount ladder or do something to get them into another purchase. Either they didn't like your product or they do like it, but they just haven't come back to buy. There's various reasons why they haven't purchased. So you just kind of figure out what those are, and you send these emails on a regular basis. And so again, a win-back automation is something that's more of like a last-ditch effort. It's like 90 to 180 days out, and you're like, cool, here's a discount ladder. Let's see if we can get you back to buy. But if you're within that 90-day window, 90 to 60-day window, maybe sooner, depending on if it's a supplement, if it's a pair of shorts, if it's whatever your buying cycle might be, you want to try and reach out to these people before they get to the 180-day mark. And you're like, okay, this is a last-ditch effort. We haven't talked to them in 3 months. That's not great. So that gap in between, you want to fill it with something like this, like churn risk, bestseller, A, and you can just, A, B, C, D all the way through. And also too, depending on the season, depending on the season, topic, theme, all that stuff, these churn segments are going to look a little different, right? And that's for you to decide, you and your team to decide. So you have 1 day left, you have 1 pebble left. So what this allows you to do, again, we'll recap here. So you've got your boulders, right? Your big chunks, right? You've got your rocks, which is your purple, your engaged sends here, right? These are the ones you send every week, same time, same real style. You just kind of change things up. And you got your pebbles, which fill in each day and fill in based on more specific buying and or non-buying segments, depending on interest or cross-sell or whatever it may be. And what you do is when you plan this out for 30, 60, 90 days at a time, what you do is you end up sending more emails, making more money, and spending less time on this every week because you've already sat down and planned this out. So the goal here is to not send fewer emails because you're spending less time on email. The goal is to plan this out in advance so that when you do work on email, you're more effective and more efficient at getting emails out the door either that day, that week, or that month. They're scheduled, they're sending, they're good offers, and it's working in the background for you while you're doing other stuff with your business and your brand. So that's the primary goal. And that's how you can plan your quarterly email strategy in less than 30 minutes. By using the Boulder, Rock, Pebble method, you're able to reduce the amount of time planning, decrease the amount of stress during the process, and keep your customers happily engaged as the emails are going out the door. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out our YouTube channel for other videos on how to make email marketing easier and more effective for you. And if you're looking for help with marketing, whether it be paid social, email, SMS, or direct mail, check out the link below for more info. Thanks for watching.